All right, what's up, YouTube? Today we're here with Ezekiel Afanu, IFBB Pro, who is currently an identity coach. We started working together mid-January, and now today in this video, what I want to talk about is how to properly position himself so we can start charging higher ticket and solve more complex problems for people with more money. And the concept of the video is very simple. I'm going to break down exactly what you need in order to build a strong personal brand, what the exact pillars are, what questions to ask yourself before you start ideating content, and what pillars to use when you're creating content itself. So the variations for the reels is what I'm trying to say. So Ezekiel, do you want to introduce yourself?
What's up, guys? My name is Ezekiel Afanu. I am Pro. I'm a father. I'm a husband. And right now, I've been in the industry, it's been 10 years. But in the last, I'll say 2-3 years, I'm focusing a lot on identity shifting, mental, the mindset, emotional, your shadow self, because I understood that all the work that I've done with my clients, in the end, the roots is always the identity. I can make you the best meal plan, the best workout plan. If you don't shift your mindset or your identity, then you're working for nothing. And you're going to get back to your old self, your old shape, and feel like shit over and over and over again and just be a slave. So the thing is, right now, I'm focusing on the mindset, the identity, especially. And I'm trying to have the biggest impact, inspire people, because I know what it is, what it means to be totally lost, to let your shadow conquer your life and self-sabotage, destroy everything. So I know that's why I'm working on that. Because the thing is, we can work on the physical, on the material, we can say that. Yeah. But if you don't work on the inside, man, you will lose yourself. So I know what it is to lose yourself. And I did the work. I'm still doing the work. I rebuilt myself, and that's what I want to give back to people.
Yeah. And just to preface this, guys, I've actually hired Ezekiel in the past, like 2 years ago in 2024. And as a result of working with him directly for 3 months, it allowed me to show up better as a leader in my life and in my business. I saw a direct ROI on the amount of money I was making in my business because I was able to manage my team a lot better, show up, as somebody who is aware of the things that I was not normally aware of. Because when you're in business, you think about money coming in, you think about employees, you think about everything that's material, you think about the tangible, but a lot of our life is governed by the subconscious and the intangible. And with this man, I learned it. I always understood it, but with this man, I learned how to somewhat master it, and I'm still applying these concepts today in my life. And just to let you guys know, I'm married, right? And he's the only man that I trusted and I paid to coach my wife at the identity level, so she can also benefit from the same things that I've benefited from 2 years ago, just to preface everything. So the value he brings is immense. And for me, the reason why I'm making this video today, it's 2 birds, 1 stone. I want to teach you guys how to properly position yourselves. And I also want to teach it to him because he's leaving so much money on the table with the amount of value and the amount of knowledge he has. So if you feel like you have a lot of value to bring in the marketplace and you're leaving money on the table, you're not having the impact you should be having with the knowledge that you have, well, sit tight because this video is for you. I cooked some fucking insane game. So let's get into it, bro. Let's get into it. I feel like right now, the only thing that's limiting you is your perspective. You're viewing the market from the outside in, just like this little motherfucker right here. You're viewing it from the outside in. This is the market. These are your clients, bro. You're like, I have a business. But you're not viewing it from all perspectives as you should be. Because in order to sell something, you must view it not only as the business, but as the consumer as well. I'm going to ask you a couple questions as well to help you understand, to position yourself better. What are your core values?
Okay.
If you could name 3 core values of yours.
Authenticity. Something that's very important for me is the knowledge of self, because that's where your powers come from. So knowledge of self come with wisdom in the end. Protect, provide. One of my biggest values is self-sacrifice. Can say that. To the benefits of your people.
This is all things to think about. We're doing this right now in person session together, but this is all things I want you to constantly ask yourself before ideating for content. Okay. Whenever you want to sit down and not record content, but ideate for content. Like, what angle should I attack the market from?
Mm-hmm.
These are all questions you got to ask yourself.
Okay.
And then you can base your ideas off of these things. This is a mental exercise we're doing right now. So for sure, you're going to do 2-3 things each. But then as you write shit down, you're going to have a fucking compilation in your notebook or in your iPad or whatever you take notes on your core values, your belief system, your 5 distinct traits, you know? So your belief system. What is your belief system, bro?
That's a good question because that's what I ask my clients too. My belief system right now is that I attract who I am, kind of. The thing is, I'm trying to rebuild my belief system because all my life it was the more harder you work, the more you're gonna have, right? But that's a lie.
It is.
You know, that's a lie. So right now I'm trying to rebuild that. It's all about my identity. I need to expose myself to be seen as who I am. So right now my belief system, I'm working on that. I'm working on that I am attracting I'm attracting whatever people, opportunity, money, all that from the core of who I am as a man, as a human being.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and think about it this way, like in your next reel or in your next long form video,
Yeah.
if you could break down what your core values were in your life, when you attracted bullshit in your life, how you were operating, what that belief system was that allowed for that bullshit to enter your life,
Yeah.
and how it shifted today as a consequence.
Yeah.
Would you not think that would be a banger reel?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Because in my past life, it was all about the projection, you know? Yeah. Performance, lies, all about what other people can see and feel other than who I truly am.
Yeah.
Because the fear was I cannot show myself as I am because people they will reject me. You know, that was the fear and it comes from whatever. Deep shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I know where it can go. You can destroy and you will destroy your life if you have that mindset, you know? Yeah.
100%, man. 100%. So content about this, because I've noticed in your content, if you guys go on his account, you'll see what I'm talking about. You're very big on the authority and you're very big about explaining these concepts. But I never hear from your side where this wisdom comes from. Where does this wisdom come from? And that's why I want you to ask yourself these questions so you can develop on where that wisdom comes from. It adds another layer of personal brand into everything. Everything's going to start connecting as we go through the questions. Okay. So what are 5 distinct traits of yours? 5 distinct traits of yours as a business owner.
As a business owner?
Yeah.
I'm caring.
Yeah.
I'm caring. I'm really caring. The result of my client, the well-being of my client are very, very important to me. Distinct trait of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I say distinct traits, like everybody watching this video, they're going to be, I'm caring too. But what examples do you have to back it up? What fucking examples do you have to back up that you're caring, that you're hardworking? Any retard can say they're hardworking.
Yeah.
But are you truly hardworking? How do you back it up? What assets do you have that you can use to back up those traits of yours and as to use as proof, right?
Yeah.
Because what makes it distinct? What makes it distinct is the proof. That you are actually like that. Make sense?
Yeah. I feel you.
So yes, caring, and I know I worked with him. I know he actually fucking cares.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But what other traits? What other traits do you have, bro?
Yeah. I see through bullshit, man. I see through bullshit because I was that guy that was bullshitting himself. So I can see the lies through people. And the thing is when I start with clients, we all come with lies. You know, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing because I was the biggest liar against myself. You know, I was lying to myself all my life, to protect myself. That's why I can see the lies in other people too. So I can see the lies and break the lies like on day one. So we can get the result on day one because one of the biggest, how can I say, c'est le blocage, man. of them?
Blockers.
Blockers. Yeah. Okay. Is the light that we are telling ourselves. So I can see through people. Yeah.
100%. 100%. That's another very good trait as well. I believe that, it's showcased. But then again, you got to ask yourself, how do you showcase this trait in your content, right?
Yeah.
More on that later with the content variations.
Yeah.
But I'm already getting ideas because, for example, in your authority content, you're recording a client meeting, you're recording a check-in call, or you're doing an in-person check-in like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
This is authority content, right?
Yeah.
And this is showcasing a distinct trait of mine that I care enough to fucking do in-person meetings. I care enough to, spend time with my clients as well.
Yeah.
So kind of like use that perspective of how you can showcase the fact that you see through bullshit in your content. It could be an example of one of your client calls where you mesh his voice and you blur the image, and it's a recording of you of him saying a limiting belief, and then you directly dismantling that common limiting belief that your clients or your future clients always come to you with.
Yeah.
Because there has to be a pattern, right?
Yeah.
So the pattern recognition, your ability to recognize patterns within your clients will help you multiply your cash flow. Because your patterns that the clients are having, right? You're gonna, if you can solve that problem, you showcase you solve that problem, and somebody who had that problem fucking paid you.
Yeah.
If you showcase you solve that problem, guess what? More people that have that problem that are willing to pay you will show up in your fucking inbox.
Absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So this is why it's important. I'm gonna send you this document. I'm also gonna send you this transcript of the video.
Yeah.
So you can start ideating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, next question, bro. How does your audience perceive you? You need to know this. Like, how does your audience perceive you? The same thing here. It's like you're viewing it from this. You're looking at yourself when you're making content. You're like, okay, is this my good side? Do I look good? Do I sound smart?
Yeah.
Do I look cool?
Yeah.
That's honestly, tell me, do you have those thoughts? I think we all do, right? As content creators.
Yeah.
But then if you start viewing it from how does my audience actually perceive me? You go through, you filter through all those thoughts you have when you're filming content. Like, do I look good? Do I sound good? Do I sound smart? Do I look smart?
Yeah.
To like, how do they actually see this? What is the information that I'm given? How do they perceive it? And how do they perceive me as the brand, as the creator?
Yeah.
So what do you think? How do you think they perceive you, bro?
Yeah. Honestly, there's been a situation in my life recently makes me think that the people were perceiving me as shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I did some mistakes. I was wrong and I destroyed myself. I destroyed a lot of things around me. And with that perspective, I choose to close myself down. See? Because I was convinced that the world only sees the darkness in me. See? So that's what I thought for a long time. But in the end, with the work, with the healing and the accountability, I did the work, and the darkness that I went through makes me the guy to help people because I know how it is truly, So by changing my perspective, right now I can see that I don't give a shit how the people see me. I know my value. I know what I'm bringing to the table. I know that I'm really good in what I'm doing. I have a lot of proof, and a lot of coach, they talk, but they never did the work, and they had no proof about themselves.
100%.
They just talk. It's
100%.
easy to talk, especially these days. You have ChatGPT. You can say a lot of shit, but you never lived it.
100%.
I lived it. I've been at the bottom, and I get back. So
100%.
right now, I think it's a working process. I know that my audience, they believe in me because they saw what I've been through. And they know and they see that I'm getting back up, and it's an authority,
100%.
Yeah.
So you believe that they perceive you as an authority.
Yeah.
And for the people watching this, it's a very dangerous game to say, because I'm going to offer you a different perspective here. It's a very dangerous game to say that you don't care about how people perceive you. Because how people perceive you is important if you want to scale a business and if you want to sell an offer.
Yeah.
Right? It's important. You shouldn't be affected emotional about how people perceive you, but you should 100% care about their perception of you. Because if they perceive you as an idiot, they're not going to buy from you.
Yeah.
Right? But the way you formulated it was good. I just wanted to give that distinction for the people watching this out there, that it's important to care but not be affected emotionally.
Yeah.
Because yes, how your audience perceive you, especially in the situation you're in right now, going from rock bottom to getting back to the top again and surpassing your old limits is something we must ideate content from 100%.
Yeah.
You don't have to share what you don't want to share in the situation, but telling the story of somebody who's going from rock bottom and on his way up, because something that the audience always respects is seeing somebody going from 0 to 100, 100 to 0, 0 to 100, 100 to 0, as many times as it takes. They're going to believe, the people that stick with you, they're going to truly believe that this guy is fucking unstoppable no matter what life throws at him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just, we've been following each other for a long time. And I remember asking you the question, like, I remember telling you, like, bro, you've seen me, like, you were telling me actually, like, you've seen me like from 5 years ago when I was posting meme content, like gym memes, going viral because of that, versus the business I'm running today and the personal brand that I have today.
Yeah.
You know, that only, I'm sure, only elevated your perception of me and my ability to solve problems.
Absolutely.
So this is how I want you to start thinking as well, and to start showcasing that, to start talking about that. I don't know if you noticed in my content, I talk about how I was 50K in debt 2 years ago. I talk about how I fucked up in many specific situations in my life. And I talk about how I get out of that specific. And I share the details. Because you know what if you share the details, like, it's like nobody has power over it anymore. If you talk about it, all the power is removed from it. It's not a secret anymore. It's not in your mind. It's not festering. It's you own it. You fucking own it.
Yeah. That's a fact. That's true.
Yeah. I remember, like, last year when I was, people were texting me, like, hey, Gabe, aren't you in debt? I'm like, yeah. What the fuck you gonna do about it? You know what I mean? So take that power away from them if you're struggling with that. So next, this question, bro. These two questions, they go together. I mean, before that, how does my audience perceive me? How do you perceive your audience? This is another very important question.
Yeah, they need help. Everybody needs help, but the thing is, like I was saying before, I can see through bullshit, you know? So when I see some posts, when I see some comments on Instagram or just in everyday life, I can see that people are lying to themselves, or you're fighting demons, and maybe sometimes they're just not aware, or they just want to hide it behind lies and all that. So yeah, how I see my audience is that they need help.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, 100%. 100%. That's a good perception to have, man. And I want to challenge you in your own time to, your audience needs help, yes. But with what specific problems? And before we started recording this video, in content ideation, how do you perceive your audience? They need help. Going a layer deeper than that is, what is your audience actually telling you? What are they telling you in the DMs that they need help with? What lies are they telling you? What lies do you see posted on there that your audience are commenting, like they're talking about? What are they saying on the sales calls? And what are they telling you in the check-in calls? And then 100% create content, dismantling those lies in your own way. So this will not only elevate your authority and elevate their perception of you, but you're directly solving real problems, because nobody's going to tell us what our audience needs more than our audience. At the end of the day, I can ideate, you can ideate, but we always respond to data in business. We always respond to data. If we make a video, we think it's the fucking best idea in the world, but it doesn't perform well. It's often because our perspective, it's a selfish perspective. It's because we think the video is good, but our audience finds it fucking useless. So the video doesn't perform well. And that is the power of asking yourself these questions. Okay? So what would I need to see in order to pay someone 5K? What would you need to see, bro, in order to pay someone 5K?
Results. Yeah. Real result. For me, if I wanted to hire a coach or a mentor, First of all, the mentor, the guy needs to inspire me.
Yeah.
You're a better person. So most of the time, what happened is that we are watching the guy, the coach or whatever for a certain period of time, and we're taking some tips from this guy, from his video or his lifestyle, and we are already having some good results, right? Just by listening to him, right? Or following him.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if I want to go deeper, well, because I trust the guy, because I'm already having great results by all the free knowledge he's giving to me. So yeah, I'll be willing to pay 5K, and if he's showing that the other people that are working with him are having great results or changing their life and they're becoming successful, yeah, that's all I need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what would your audience need to see in order to pay you 5K?
They need to see me more. Honestly, they need to see me more, and yeah, I need to expose myself more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you notice how answering this question directly answers this question.
Yeah.
It's just now you need to identify the gap between this and this.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What would I need to see? Who have I paid before? What did I see in their content, in their personal brand? And what am I not doing in my personal brand?
Mm-hmm.
That's incongruent. That's incongruent, right?
Yeah.
Because we want the results, but when it comes to actually self-analyzing and putting a mirror in front of ourselves, it's very hard. It's very hard. Nobody does this work. Nobody asks themselves this question, guys. I'm telling you, people, when they make fucking content, they scroll in their Reels tab and they're like, oh, competitor said this, I'm going to do the same fucking video. And that's exactly how you get diluted in the market. And that's exactly why in your sales calls, people are comparing you like, okay, but he's cheaper. You sound like everybody else and you don't do this fucking work. You don't do this. You don't do these prerequisites.
Mm-hmm.
So, next, I want us to look at the personal brand pillars. Okay, the personal brand pillars. So there are 3 pillars that you need to understand in order to craft a compelling brand. So first, there's the ethos, which is the character pillar. And then there's the pathos, which is the emotional pillar. And then there's the logos, which is the logical pillar. The ethos is how you must... So for the ethos, essentially means that you have to exude your confidence. You have to showcase your experience. You have to showcase your credentials. The fact that you're an IFBB pro and you're an identity coach.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that before. Have you seen another identity coach that's an IFBB pro? No. And a father?
Oh.
And has everything else that you've fucking went through in your life?
No,
me neither, bro. Me neither. Your credentials, right? You need to showcase more of this and talk more about it.
Yeah.
Because you think it's mundane. You think, I've been pro for like fucking, I don't know how many years you've been pro.
7 years.
7 years. I've been pro for 7 years. Everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
No, people forget.
Mm-hmm.
You got to remind them.
Yeah.
You got to fucking remind them all the time your credentials and what makes you, what makes up your character, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right? The results that you bring people and the results that you have in your own life.
Yeah.
Very, very important to showcase as well. And your high moral values. When I say high moral values, what comes to mind?
What represents you? What you're willing to die for or fight for?
100%.
Yeah.
So this has to be showcased.
Yeah.
In order for people to, kind of like, because people love labeling people and they love creating images of people in their mind, right? And it's never going to be 100% accurate.
Yeah.
But it's your responsibility to help your audience paint the picture of you as accurately as possible, giving them as much data as possible about yourself.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I feel you. Absolutely.
Because then at the end of the day, it's who are you behind the screen that you're not showing on the camera.
Yeah.
And that's how you build the ethos pillar. The pathos pillar, emotional. This is showcased with powerful imagery. Powerful imagery. You notice how today is a content day that we're doing together, right?
Yeah.
We have Etienne with us. Shout out Etienne, who is filming B-roll of us working, right? This is powerful imagery that we can use to showcase, that we can use to trigger emotions.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
And what other powerful imagery can we use to showcase the character and the logical side of things as well? So if I want my audience to perceive me as a father, what do? I include powerful imagery of me playing with my son or, you know, just having my son. Yesterday, I recorded a B-roll clip of me in a meeting and I had my son like this and I was in a meeting. I was spitting game.
Yeah.
I was spitting game to a client and my son was there and I have a clip of that I'm going to use in my videos.
Yeah.
So then people will see that their perception of me is going to shift.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes, he's a father, but he's also fucking hardworking.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Compelling stories. Compelling stories. All the stories you told us in the private one-on-ones, bro, about yourself. We never heard it online. And that's all I have to say about that. You need to start telling those stories.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way for someone to be able to understand and to attach themselves emotionally to you before they pay you. And that's the important distinction. You know, you want people, because people, they buy with emotion then justify with logic, right?
Yeah.
And the logic part comes after, but the emotional part is they buy with emotion. So to create that emotional connection, you tell the compelling stories. And when you're telling compelling stories, you use emotive language. You talk about the emotions.
Yeah.
You amplify the emotions.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then you can supplement that with personal anecdotes as well. So when you're telling stories and anecdotes, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. I wrote it twice, pretty much, guys. I wrote it twice. But the next pillar, logos pillar. Your logical pillar is based off of irrefutable arguments. And when I say irrefutable, I mean that nobody can fucking oppose those arguments because the proof, the data is so fucking sound that you're right. That you're just right. You know how to solve these problems because you don't say anything. You don't give information that you're not 100% sure of is true.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like the golden rule. Social media. Otherwise, you're going to get eaten alive. You shouldn't be saying that in the first place. So you do this by showcasing data. Data from what? Data from your research, data from your results in your life, data from clients, results that clients got in their lives because of your frameworks, case studies of, for example, you could do a video with Etienne of when you mentored him about how his transformation was like. Yeah. Or you could do a similar video with me, just roles reversed, of how you mentored me back in the days to show up as a better leader in my company at the time. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Research is, you know, obviously as someone who is a coach, as someone who's a mentor, you have a responsibility to always better yourself, to always research, to always seek new knowledge and to present this new knowledge, not only to your students, but in your content as well. It shows that you're evolving. The frameworks you use, what frameworks do you specifically use in your life to solve the problems that your ICP is facing? Okay. And think about that. Think about the real things that you do and the real results that you've gotten from it. It's very easy to go on ChatGPT and write 3 frameworks to feel less anxiety. It's going to tell you, okay, the 4-5-4 method, fucking journaling, breath work, and then meditation, fucking staring at the sun for 8 minutes a day. And then you can say that in your content versus you can show you doing it. Yeah. You can show that you're doing it. And then you can talk about the results you actually got and the stuff that you do that nobody else does. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. And then next is systems that you have in order to stay on track in your life. You know? And then analogies. Because then you can talk about the logical, you can talk about the frameworks, you can talk about it at the high level from your perception. But the best way to get someone who doesn't understand something to visualize it in their own heads is to use analogies. If I talk to you about business and I'm like, the reason why you're losing leads every day is because of the XYZ. But then, you know, you don't know what a fucking lead is, for example, versus I say business is like, imagine running your business like someone who is getting water from the village. They go walk 8 miles a day to go get the water. They come back and there's less water in the bucket than that they left the well with. Why? Because there's holes in the bucket. Fixing lead flow in business is like da-da-da-da. So then now you visualize that concept in your mind. Yeah. And then it's much easier for you to understand. Yeah. Okay? So analogies are going to be very big here. And logical analysis. Logical analysis is, bro, you can 100% frame logical analysis as like a, you know, reaction video to someone else, not in your space, but someone doing dumb shit, and then you breaking the bullshit behind it. And then you explaining logically why it's bullshit. Okay. You know? Or somebody victimizing themselves. And then you break you showcase a logical analysis of that.
Yeah.
Or anthropology, where you study great people, right, that have done great things, and then you give your logical analysis of how it was possible.
Yeah.
How Arnold did XYZ. You know, how this person did that.
Yeah.
You know, or you can do a logical analysis on yourself and how you achieved XYZ.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Next is going to be your content pillars. So your content pillars, there are 4 main pillars. By the way, do you have any questions about anything so far? I know we covered a lot.
Everything is clear. That's perfect.
And are you getting ideas?
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
Amazing.
that. Yeah.
Amazing, bro. So content pillars. So for content pillars, bro, what I want us to think about, this is like the variations of the content that you're going to be putting out. Like, for example, this is an authority YouTube video.
Yeah.
This is an authority YouTube video. All right. I'm in a flow state right now.
Yeah.
I'm explaining to you different things that I'm good at.
Yeah.
I'm telecasting my values, my standards, and my judgment of how to create a strong personal brand. Okay.
Yeah.
So the flow state, you have to think in your life, when are you in the flow state? When are you in a flow state, and how can you record yourself in a flow state more?
Yeah.
And spit more game.
Yeah.
Like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
You know, this can be in your client calls.
Yeah.
This can be in the YouTube format and then repurposed from YouTube into short form.
Yeah.
The main thing is aura. You gotta showcase, you gotta think to yourself, I'm in the flow state and I have a lot of aura right now.
Yeah.
That's the simplest way to put it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And the way to do that, like I said, is to telecast your values, your standards, and your judgment on specific topics or specific situations that happen to you on a daily basis. And the main thing is showing, not telling.
Yeah.
Showing, not telling. Right now, for example, I'm showing that I have enough authority to help people solve specific problems, like building a strong personal brand.
Yeah.
By showing you this information, right? I'm not telling the camera directly, pillar 1, pillar 2, pillar 3, pillar 4.
Yeah.
I'm showing it to you, and you're reacting to the information in a positive way.
Yeah.
And it's giving you ideas, so it's only amplifying my authority.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. So education, problem, and solution. You educate audience on a specific topic or method. You know, but the main question to ask yourself in educational reels is, do you sound convincing? Do you speak with conviction?
Yeah.
Do you actually believe what you're saying?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, they post just to post.
Yeah.
They're like, I need to post today. Okay, so fucking GPT, 5 ways to lose fat, 5 frameworks to build a business, 5 ways to close deals. Number 1, sound convincing. Number 2, you just sound like everyone else. You sound retarded.
Yeah.
Right? So do you know what you're talking about, and do you sound convincing?
Yeah.
Which is why the ideation exercises and the ideation questions are paramount. I can't tell you, bro. I can't tell you the amount of benefit I had from doing this every day. Every day before I ideate content.
Okay.
And as you saw, like he saw me before this video.
Yeah.
What was I doing, bro?
You were writing, cooking, reflecting, mixtating.
Did I have my phone?
No.
No, I did not get this information from my fucking phone or from a competitor.
No,
I got this information from my mind and my experience.
Exactly.
And that is the same framework I want you to ideate your content.
Yeah.
You know? You get better and better with time, right?
Yeah.
Get better and better with time. But that's really how you create unique content, bro.
Yeah.
Like no one else is doing this. No one else says, okay, I'm gonna buy an iPad, I'm gonna do the fucking iPad pencil because no one else is doing it in the space.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it because I thought about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, educational, do you sound convincing? Very good. Credibility is leading with results that yourself and your clients generated. The goal is to convey trustworthiness.
Yeah.
You answer that question of why would you pay someone 5K? It's because of the results they get, you know, because of the trust they have.
Yeah.
And the best way to convey trust is, for humans, it's like monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
We see other people getting results with the guy that we like, that we trust because of the other pillars that are showcased well. We're going to trust that person more, and we're going to naturally want to give them money to solve the problem that we're facing, right? And case studies and testimonials. A testimonial is, you know, just your client saying, hey, Ezekiel did this, and this for me. A case study is like more like the methodology of like, this is kind of like a case study right now.
Yeah.
Like a breakdown. Well, it's like more of a masterclass. A case study is more like, here's how Ezekiel went from 0 to 11 clients in X amount of time using this method. And then we break down the method of what was done.
Yeah.
In order to get that result. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Very good. The final pillar, bro, nurture. Build parasocial trust is the goal of nurture content. You showcase your values, your discipline, and your worldview. You know, what does the market feel about my personality? It's a question you ask yourself. You know, are you a family man? You're hardworking? You're grateful? You're generous? You've seen poverty? What's your background? Why don't I know this? What I know this because I know this because I know you, but if I was a viewer, why the fuck don't I know this, bro?
Yeah.
And this is not embarrassing shit, right?
No.
This is something to be proud of.
Yeah.
It's something to be proud of because look at you today.
Yeah.
Look at you today. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's how you build parasocial trust. This morning when you told me the question, when you told me, I don't know how to stand out.
Yeah.
This is how you stand out.
Yeah.
There's no fancy hack. There's no method. There's no Googling what your competitors are doing.
Yeah.
It's just be you and ask yourself the right questions and then really think about the answers.
Yeah.
And not only do it once, you know?
Yeah.
Because people love doing it once and they think they've mastered it and they know everything about content and what they should be talking about. But if you ask yourself these questions constantly and you let your brain develop on the responses each time and you spend time doing it, bro. Like actually spend time doing it. You know, like spend an hour, 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
First thing in the morning. You know, after you do your gratitude and your declarations in the morning.
Yeah.
Ideation. Ideation. When you're at a high frequency. Ideation.
Yo, that's some deep shit. I don't know if you guys. It's been like 45 minutes. This is $1,000, like knowledge and of wisdom. The thing is, sometimes you have the will to be successful, to do something, but you don't know where to start, how to do it, and he's saving me years of questioning, wasting my time in like 45 minutes. So now let's do the work. Let's do the work. Guys, you're leaving some deep knowledge and shit on the table by not working with this guy. So, guy, man, I appreciate you. Thanks a lot. And let's work.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, bro.
Man.
He said it. Book a call, first link in the description. Peace.